I'm disgusted. I'm talking a mile a minute and the thing that cut off on me. So this is part two. So I was talking about the celestial storm, and I was saying about what you could do with that transition palette of hers with this, and I was also saying that the celestial thunder is all these shades except for four. These two purples, I believe, one of these two here. I'm not sure, and this particular shade here. Stupid thing cut off on me, and then I'm just talking. And then I went into this other palette. So I was watching Tara Babies, and she does a lot of hauling. She calls it Saturday hauling, and she buys a lot of stuff. And then she also takes the palette that she might have bought that particular haul, and she would put on and demo that palette. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but I think she stopped doing the demo thing. And she has a very not stark, a very unique way of doing her eyeshadow that she likes. Now, I was watching her video because I haven't been watching her for a while. She popped up, and I saw something in like her little thumbnail, and I was interested in that, so I started watching the video. And then I said, "Oh, she had another palette in there that I was interested in." And I'm kind of talking fast because I don't know when this sucker gonna run out on me again. So this is gonna be a two-part situation for whatever reason. And she got to this particular palette, and I was like, "Oh, look at that! Look at that!" So um, I let her go through the motions of showing the palette. Mm, mm, okay. And then I got my little behind on the site, on the brand site, and I was like, oh, Lord. And then I think she also said how much it costs too. And then I was like, oh, no, no. So then I got on Mercari and eBay, and I found it on Mercari and eBay. So then you can do a best, you can offer a price that's not the prices they're asking for. And so I did that. And then I came back and I think the person took down the posting. So then I went over to Mercari and I saw it again, but it was cheaper than the one that was on, what you call it, eBay. So I did a buy on that one because I don't think you could do a best offer on Mercari. So I did a buy on that one and I didn't have to pay shipping. So I was like, cool. But then the girl from eBay, um, or did I do? I did something on Mercari. Maybe you can't do an offer because I told the girl on eBay if the person on Mercari doesn't accept my offer, I guess, that I would come back to her because she was like, I just reposted it and I'll give you a good price. I said, okay, fine. But then the girl on Mercari accepted it. So when I went and paid, because it's like an automatic pay. So when I went to tell the girl on eBay that I couldn't purchase hers, I looked at the seller name and the seller address. I'm like, that seemed very familiar. So I went back over to Mercari. It was the girl, the same chick. So I asked the girl on eBay, I said, do you also have the same palette on Mercari? She said, yeah, but she's selling it for $3 less on Mercari. She accepted my offer on Mercari. And then for whatever reason, she took it down on eBay. So I guess something happened. So maybe so I bought it or reneged on an offer or a purchase, and then she put it back up. So I was thinking, did she got two of the suckers, or did she got one sitting on both to see which when it sell, whoever buys first, and then take it off the other one? So I don't know if you can do that, if you're supposed to do that, if it's ethical to do that. But I had an option if the other person, who is the same person, wouldn't accept my offer. I could have bought it off the eBay chick, but for $3 more, which I don't know why the price would have changed depending on the platform. However, I say all that to say is that I got my first Gucci palette. It's a limited edition. I think it was $89. I did not pay $89. And this is the Flora Eye palette. Now, it's not as big as the other Gucci palettes that they had. They were like very ornate and like scalloped packaging or whatever. But people was complaining about how much negative space that was in there. But apparently, you could take the palette part with the shadows in, like an insert out, and mix and match or whatever you want to do. However, this is my palette. I do like the detail, and apparently this particular detail is on one of those more ornate, oversized palettes. And this is and I didn't tell you what the name of the palette was. This is the Gucci Flora Eye Palette, limited edition, Sunset Orchid. Okay. The names of the shadows are on the back. They're made in Italy and 24 months. So 10 eyeshadows in satin, matte, and shimmer. I didn't know Cody owned Gucci. Now, the only thing was opening this sucker. They need to put a little divot in here. You can stick your finger in or make it easier to get in. It's nice and weighty. It's not like the cardboard packaging here, but it's nice and weighty. And I had to figure out how to open it without breaking my nail and or sticking my finger in the palette. It does have a mirror that is, I haven't taken anything off of the little pulling stick. And that is the palette. Now, you might look at that and say, okay, Tanya, that's kind of basic. And yeah, you're right. However, it's a color story that I will get some use out of, you know? Especially this corner here. It's got a little quad there. And Dion also says, you know, think of things in quads. If you have a very large palette, or even not, if you think of things in quads, you'll probably get a better idea of how to use it and won't be so overwhelmed. So I can think of this in a quad. Then I can start here and go here to make that a quad. This, starting here to here could be a quad. And even from starting here to here could be a quad. And then maybe even, I don't see it, but maybe this end and that end, or, you know, you can mix match duos to make quads. And I haven't swatched it or anything, but I thought this was cute. And it's my first Gucci situation. And I will at some point figure out how to hold this stuff so it ain't all over the place. That's my Gucci Sunset Orchid Limited Edition Flora Eye Palette. Now, I went on an actual brand site and I ordered something else. And I was intrigued because everybody and their mama loves these cherry scents. I like cherries. I'm not a big cherry flavor person or anything, but I was on Lancome and they, of course, the La Vie Belle is my signature scent, the original. But now they have variations of scents and they have gone cherry. So now they have the La Vie Belle La Elixir Very Cherry. If you can see that, if it focuses at all. But it don't want to because it don't like me. But it says very cherry. And it's a La de Perfume. It is the travel spray. And they used to, on the Lancome perfumes, tell you, give you a little hint of the notes or whatever, but it's not on here. But I was surprised to see this Arabic and either Japanese or Chinese writing on it. Can you guys see that? At the very bottom. Because I've never seen that on any of their other packages. So maybe that's something that they're doing now or have to do now. But this is the very cherry. I don't want to come out of here. And it is a very, it's a, come out of here. OM to the freaking G, man. This is the packaging, the color of the liquid and everything. And I have sprayed it on myself, just a little quick spritz. It's a spray, not a roller ball. This is kind of cheap to cap. It's more plasticky or whatever. But this has a very, it kind of reminds me of something, but like a candy or something. But it's nice for what it is. I wouldn't want a whole bottle of it. No. No, but it reminds me of something. Like a Airwick something. Now, don't take that to heart because I'm like I said, I'm not a big cherry person. But everybody loves Tom Ford's cherry something. And then I think Kylie got a cherry something. So, yeah, let me jump on a cherry bandwagon with this because Tom Ford and Kylie is kind of expensive. And I'm not that chick, although I do have a ton of fragrances as well. In addition to that, I decided to try their new Color Blur Idol Lip. It's called Color Blur, and it's an inflatable lip velvet that blurs lip lines for up to 12 hours. I think this was $36. This perfume here. Okay, this is 32. And it had the typical shades. We got about 8 to 10 shades. And I said, okay. But then they had this very different shade. And I said, let me try that. Let me get a different shade. And it's called Ice Cutland. I'm like, okay. And I did look at all the shade variations to see how it looked like on a deeper skin tone. And again, it never shows up the way it's supposed to online. However, this is it. This is Lancome's Color Blur. And it's supposed to be like a velvet situation. And it's supposed to be like an iridescent purple lilac with purple and red shimmer in it. And it has the same type of doe foot applicator as you'll get in the lip plumper glosses, which I like is that lip hugging situation. But look at that. So that's the color. I'm going to put some on for you. It does not transfer well to the applicator. And it smells like cake batter, like vanilla cake batter. So let's do this. So I'll let you see. Okay. I put it on. I said, okay, where the hell is it? And it's like silicone, like a Smashbox. Like you could take if it had no color, you put it on your eyelids or something like that. It has that kind of texture, that kind of silicone moussey texture. And do you see any okay, so you can see something, and I shouldn't have nothing on my lips, I can show you. But it does not show like that on the lip. And that's not even flattering, even if it did. Okay, that's good. So I said, oh, okay, that'd be cool. Maybe put it over a a lipstick, or maybe a purple lipstick or something like that. But the way it shows on the lip is like this. See how I've already got so much of it off already? So that much is showing up on my hand. But this is how it shows on my lip when I use that much. Now, do you see anything right here? I just put it right here. You see anything there? It's basically non-existent. And then, of course, I go online. Now I want to check the freaking reviews. Basically, nobody is liking this. Go back to the drawing board, Lancome. Do not waste your money on this color blur crap. And then I thought, well, maybe it's the color I picked. Well, people are having trouble with the other colors. They swipe it on and there's nothing there basically. So, and it does not moisturize. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't moisturize. It doesn't what else don't it do? It don't do nothing. It's just in this bottle for $32. So I thought, well, maybe I'll send it back and get another color. Lancome's return policy and return exchange policy is crap. So they're gonna charge me to send it back. I think that's like $8.95. That's gonna be off the top of this, off the situation. And I gotta wait for them to get it. If I do an exchange, I gotta give them another $8 something in tax just to get the new shade, because they're gonna take the money off for no. You come out of pocket up front and send it back. They don't send you like an envelope and then or a label, and then they take the money off the back end. No, you have to come out of pocket up front. So I don't like that. And then by the time I said if I get a new color, I gotta put the $8 with it plus additional tax to get the new color that may not work anyway. So Lancome, this is a dud. Ladies and gentlemen, do not waste your money. Now, there were some people that did like it, but the people that didn't like it had my experience with this and additional colors. So I'm not going to even go through the rigmarole of trying to send it back to get my money. I should have just sent it back to get my money. So at least I'll get about $20-something back instead of trying to exchange it and get another color and give them another 10 or 15 bucks just to get it. But so I'm gonna think on that. It might be worth it to send it back just to get my money back. But do not waste your money unless you just want to try it on this Color Blur inflatable lip velvet. It does nothing. It feels like nothing. It doesn't even moisturize the lip. It's crap. Pure, unadulterated crap. $32 down the drain. This is crap. And I think I will send it back just to at least get some of my money back. I'll lose some points, But this is not worth time. I don't know what the hell, heck, I don't know. That's some crap. Then I went on Clinique, and they had a black honey set, and I do love black honey. So what kind of bummed me out was the packaging. So the packaging for the black honey set looks like this. And the black honey set comes with a mascara in black honey, a palette in black honey, a quad, and a nail polish in black honey. And the black honey almost lipstick in regular Clinique packaging. They could have put this in limited edition packaging to make it cohesive with the black honey packaging. But no, we had a regular old hookup. At the end of the day, you're not using no packaging, you're using the product. But that would have made it cute, more cohesive. Now, the entire set was like $127, but if you bought it during a special time or whatever, it was only $100. And then as soon as I bought it, it sold out. So I was like, oh, I did it. Because I wasn't going to get it, and because I'm more nail polish. And I don't really think about Clinique nail polish when I think Clinique. So I don't know, but it's in black honey, so I'll show you that. This is the nail polish. Black honey. Standard size bottle. Oh, and also with that, this crap here. I let my niece try it on, and she was like, TT, it don't do nothing. It don't show nothing. It don't have nothing. What is that? I'm like, it's crap. So a 10-year-old didn't even like it. She's like, you spent your money on that. You wasted your money. I say, yes, I did. So this is the Clinique Black Honey. So it's like a really deep, dark burgundy color. So I'm hoping this, and you can't really see because it's coming off really almost black online, but you know what that black honey color is, like that deep cherry or whatever. So that's that. Then, of course, we get the traditional black honey lippy in regular packaging. I didn't expect this packaging to be, they showed the packaging, they just didn't show the outer packaging. So I expected this, okay? So regular black honey. And of course, my niece has to twist it up and do her little kitty thing where they jack something up real quick for you before you even get a chance to look at it good. So it got like a little divot at the top. Not even sure if you can see that too well, okay? But that was my fault. It didn't come like that. And then my niece did some things. Then we have the black honey high impact high-fi full volume mascara. And I do have the original in this. I just got it. But this is supposed to be in the black honey shade. I have not opened it yet. But I will show you the tube. Now, they could have put the tube of the black honey lipstick in this packaging as well. You know what I'm saying? Make it more cohesive. I know it's like a staple product, but you're making it part of a kit, a little set. Everything else is just color. So why not it? So yeah, so this will be black honey color. I don't want to open it because I don't want it to, dry out because I love a wet mascara, Jackie. And then this is the black honey quad. The All About Shadow limited edition quad in black honey. Now I do have the black honey single somewhere in one of them bags. And so yeah, it doesn't have any scent to it. But then here's the packaging, which they did not. That's what I'm saying. They could have, if they was gonna do this, they should have just made the lipstick packaging the same. It does not have a name for the shadows. It does not have a mirror either. If I can remember when I look at it, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, and it does not look the way I thought it was gonna look when I saw it online. So they're very basic. Although the black honey, I believe this is the black honey shade itself because I do, like I said before, I do have black honey as a single, but it's more like a champagne or a nude, a peachy champagne, a deep brown, and then a black cherry. The black honey shade. So that's the quad. No scent, no mirror. So like I said, that was like $100, and I think right now it's 127 though, because I'm gonna get this one here because they had it on like a special sale. So that's it, y'all. Like I said, it's gonna be a two-parter because for whatever reason my situation decided it wanted to shut off on me because it's a buster. And yeah, but like I said, my 10-year-old niece was like, "This is some BS." But she didn't say that because I ain't gonna let her say it. But that's what she alluded to, the way. Do you see anything? I mean, that's not necessarily flattering in and of itself, but it's something different than what I had. And then I said I'll just stick it on top of a lipstick, which could probably still do. But it as much product as that is, once you get on the lips, it shows up like this, which you can't see at all, basically. So who approved this crap? And like I said, the other colors were kind of basic, like pinks, pink moles and nude. And I said, let me try something different. Ice cutting. Bull crap. So that's it. So that's so far. These are the last 4 palettes I've purchased. One happens to be in a kit, so I don't have anything in a cart anywhere. So no shadows. I don't have any blushes sitting around that I want. So I think I'm on a good, not a no buy, but buy. And stay away from this. I don't know how many times I can say that. This $32 Dollar Tree. Unless you're one of the lucky few that got the right color and opacity, but it don't even feel good. I don't know. That's some bull. I think I am gonna send that back either $9 and get some of my money back because this is worth the hassle of getting my money back. Okay. Thank you, and I'll see you in another video. Again, make sure you look at my community posts so you can see what my palettes are. Maybe have an idea if you want to ask me to use a particular palette in a look or something and to get ready with me. And I will see you lovely people in a later date. Putting everything in my little bag. So I'm like, get the heck out of here. At work, of course, after I what I gotta do? Load this up. Let this load. Bye bye.